So here we have Morrison secretly entering arrangements which would enable him to overrule the decisions of cabinet colleagues. The legality of all this is yet to be determined, but it would not require his being sworn in to assume these extra powers. They are, quote, administrative arrangements conferred by the Governor-General, but carry with them significant power. So Morrison firstly assumed joint responsibility for the health and finance portfolios in March 2020. Apparently the health issue was discussed with the Minister Greg Hunt, though why that would be necessary is bizarre. If a minister is overseas or is laid up sick, there is an automaticity about whether another minister can be delegated to assume those responsibilities. It's happened in the past, it'll happen in the future. But no, Morrison assumed joint responsibility for finance. The then Finance Minister, Matthias Cormann, found out about this only in extracts from this new book in which all is revealed, Plagued, P-L-A-G-U-E-D, by the News Corp journalists Simon Benson and Jeff Chambers. Then he took on administrative powers for industry, science, energy and resources in April 2021, which cut across the role of 3 other ministers. Then he took on Treasury and Home Affairs in May 2021, over a year after coronavirus hit. So what on earth were the safeguard reasons that Morrison is now talking about? And if there were to be administrative arrangements in place to back up the Finance Minister, or reinforcements, why the Prime Minister instead of the Treasurer? And then last year, 2021, Morrison assumed responsibility with Keith Pitt for resources. Indeed, he overruled the official resources minister on the issue of a licence to find oil and gas off the New South Wales coast that Liberal MPs in nearby seats, including that of Morrison, opposed. Coalition sources argued that Morrison believed it was better to use the joint powers than to sack Pitt. That issuing of the licence is now being challenged in the federal court. It has always mystified me why, when these vice-regal posts are up for grabs, like that of the Governor-General, invariably someone from the Defence Force gets the gig. In this case, General David Hurley is the Governor-General. What he would know about constitutional niceties is anybody's guess, but according to Hurley, he didn't have to know. Quote, the Governor-General signs an administrative instrument on the advice of the Prime Minister. So why do we need the Governor-General? I have to confess, Malcolm Turnbull makes some very good points about this today when he says he has real questions over the Governor-General's approval of all of this. The Prime Minister's advice to the Governor-General could lead us anywhere if the Governor-General just accepts it carte blanche. Wouldn't the Governor-General seek independent advice as to whether, while it may be lawful, it would be constitutionally unwise for vice-regal approval to be given to such a request? And shrouding the arrangements in secrecy, the Governor-General approved that? Hurley has confirmed that he secretly signed instruments that allowed Mr Morrison to administer this stack of portfolios.